Somewhere in your garage right now, there is a small metal cylinder sitting inside your broken air conditioner. It looks like junk. It looks like something you should throw straight into the trash bin without a second thought. But that little metal part, the AC compressor, is quietly one of the most powerful tools you will ever own, and almost nobody knows it. Most people rip out their old AC unit, toss the whole thing on the curb, and never think about it again. They see scrap metal. They see garbage day. What they do not see is a tool that mechanics, workshop owners, and serious DIY builders have been using for decades to do something incredibly useful. Something that can save you real money and real time on projects you already do around the house. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a dead AC unit the same way again. Before we go further, if you are the kind of person who likes practical knowledge, the kind of stuff that actually helps you save money and get more out of the things you already own, hit that subscribe button right now. This channel is built for people exactly like you, and you do not want to miss what is coming in the rest of this video. Now let's talk about what this thing actually is. An AC compressor is the heart of your air conditioning system. Its entire job, when it is working properly, is to squeeze refrigerant gas and push it through the system at high pressure. Think about that for a second. This part spends its whole life dealing with pressure. It is built tough. It is built to handle stress that would destroy a cheaper, weaker piece of equipment. So when your AC finally dies and you assume the compressor is dead too, you are often wrong. In a lot of cases, the compressor itself still works perfectly fine. The rest of the system failed. A refrigerant leak, a broken fan, a dead capacitor. Any number of things can kill an air conditioner while the compressor sitting inside it is completely healthy and ready for a second life. And that second life is what we are talking about today. Because with a little bit of rewiring and a few basic parts, that old compressor can become something that feels almost unbelievable the first time you use it. It can become your own personal air compressor, not a toy version either. A real one, strong enough to run air tools, fill tires, blow out debris, and handle jobs that would normally require you to go out and buy an expensive compressor from a hardware store. Now, I know what some of you are thinking right now. You are thinking, that sounds complicated. You are thinking, I am not an electrician. I am not a mechanic. This sounds like something only a professional could pull off. And I understand that feeling, because I felt exactly the same way the first time I heard about this. But here's the part that surprised me the most when I actually looked into it. This project does not require you to be an expert. It does not require some rare, expensive part you can only find in a specialty shop. Most of what you need, you probably already have lying around your house or garage right now. A few wires, a basic pressure switch, a little bit of patience. And that is really the core of it. Think about how much a small air compressor costs at a hardware store. You're usually looking at somewhere in the range of a decent chunk of change, sometimes more if you want something reliable that will actually last. Now think about the fact that the compressor sitting in your dead AC unit, the one you were about to throw away for free, can potentially do the same job. That is not a small detail. That is the kind of thing that should make you pause before you drag that old unit out to the curb next time. But this video is not just about saving money, even though that part matters a lot to a lot of people watching right now. This is also about something bigger, something a lot of people have started paying more attention to over the last few years. It is about not being so quick to throw things away. It is about looking at what we already own and asking a simple question. Is this really trash, or is this actually still useful if I just look at it differently? Because here's the truth. So much of what ends up in landfills every single day is not actually broken beyond use. It is just misunderstood. People do not know what a part can still do, so they throw it away and it disappears forever. An old AC compressor is one of the clearest examples of this pattern. And once you understand how it works, you will start looking at other old appliances around your house completely differently too. So how exactly does this transformation happen? How does something built to move refrigerant gas turn into something that can push regular compressed air through a hose and power your tools? The answer lies in the way these compressors are actually built on the inside. And honestly, it is simpler than most people expect. The compressor already has the core mechanism needed to compress gas. That part does not change. What changes is what you connect to it and how you control it. You are not rebuilding the compressor from scratch. You are redirecting what it already knows how to do. Now here is where the real story gets interesting. Because getting this to work safely is not just about slapping a few wires together and hoping for the best. There's a right way to do this and a wrong way to do this, and the difference between the two matters a lot. Do it right, and you get a tool that runs reliably for years. One you will reach for again and again without a second thought. Do it wrong, and you risk damaging the compressor, wasting your time, or worse, creating a safety hazard in your own garage. So before we go any further, I want to walk you through the actual thinking behind this process, not just the flashy result, because understanding the why behind each step is what separates someone who gets lucky once from someone who can build this kind of thing with confidence every single time. Let's start with the compressor itself. When you pull it out of the dead AC unit, it usually has 2 or 3 copper tubes sticking out of it. These were originally connected to the refrigerant lines, carrying gas through the cooling system. For our purposes, we care about one specific thing, the outlet line, the one that pushed pressurized gas out when the compressor was running. That outlet is going to become the connection point for your new air hose setup. The other lines typically get sealed off or capped because we do not need a closed refrigerant loop anymore. We are not cooling anything. We are simply using the compressor's pumping ability to build air pressure in a tank or directly through a hose. This is the part where a lot of people get nervous, and honestly, that nervousness is healthy. You should respect electricity and pressure because both of them can hurt you if you are careless, but respecting something is different from being afraid of it. The compressor runs on standard household electrical current, the same kind of power already running through the outlets in your garage. It typically needs a start capacitor and sometimes a run capacitor to get the motor spinning properly, since these motors were originally designed to be controlled by the AC unit's internal circuit board, not run directly off a wall outlet. This is why some basic wiring knowledge helps, but again, this is not rocket science. This is the same level of skill many people already use when they replace a light fixture or wire a simple switch. If you have ever done basic home electrical work, you already have most of the skill set needed here. Now here's something that genuinely surprised me when I first learned about this project, and I think it will surprise you too. The compressor is not the expensive part of this whole build. The pressure switch, the tank if you choose to add one, the fittings, the hose, these are the pieces that cost a little bit of money. But compare that total cost to buying an entire compressor unit brand new from a store, and the math still works heavily in your favor. You are essentially taking the most expensive component, the motor and pump assembly, completely out of the equation because you already own it. It was already sitting in your garage. It was already something you were about to throw away. Let's talk about the tank for a moment because this is where people often make a decision that shapes how useful their finished tool actually becomes. You do not technically need a tank to make this work. You can run the compressor directly into a hose and use it that way, but it will run constantly while you use air tools, which puts more wear on the motor and gives you a less steady stream of pressure. Adding a small tank, even a modest one, changes everything. The compressor fills the tank, shuts off once it hits a certain pressure, and then kicks back on only when the pressure drops below a certain point. This is exactly how store-bought air compressors work, and it is exactly why they run smoother and last longer than a setup with no tank at all. A lot of people actually pull small tanks from other old equipment too, old propane tanks that have been properly cleaned and repurposed, or small pressure vessels rated for the job. This is where the project becomes almost like a puzzle. You're not just building one tool. You're looking around your garage and realizing how many pieces you already have that can work together. This is the part of the story that I find genuinely fascinating, and it goes beyond just this one project. Because once you build something like this, once you take a part that was headed for the scrap pile and turn it into a tool that actually earns its place in your garage, something shifts in how you look at everything else around you. You start looking at old water heaters differently. You start looking at broken refrigerators differently. You start seeing potential instead of garbage. And in a strange way, that shift in thinking is worth more than the tool itself because it changes how you approach every single project after this one. Let's talk about safety for a moment because I promised you honesty in this video, not just excitement. Working with electrical components and pressure systems does require care. You want to make sure connections are properly insulated, that wiring is done correctly, and that any pressure vessel you use is actually rated to handle compressed air safely. This is not the kind of project where you want to cut corners just to save an extra few minutes. The whole point of this build is to create something reliable that you can trust every single time you plug it in. A rushed job defeats the entire purpose. Take your time. Do it once, and do it right, and you will have a tool that serves you for years without a single problem. Now let's talk about what you can actually do with this thing once it is built, because this is where the real payoff becomes obvious. You can fill car tires, bike tires, and lawn equipment tires without leaving your garage. You can run basic air tools like nail guns, staple guns, and small impact wrenches, depending on the strength of your particular compressor. You can blow dust and debris out of tight spaces, clean out your car interior, or clear out a workbench covered in sawdust. You can inflate pool toys, sports equipment, inflatable mattresses, all the little tasks that normally have you searching for a hand pump or driving to a gas station with a coin-operated air machine. Suddenly, all of that is handled in your own garage, whenever you want, for free, using a machine you built yourself out of something you almost threw in the trash. And here is the part that really sticks with people once they finish a project like this. It is not just about the money saved, even though that matters. It is about the feeling of capability that comes from realizing you do not need to depend on buying a new solution for every single problem. You look at what you already have, you understand how it works, and you build exactly what you need. using nothing but knowledge and a little bit of effort. That feeling of capability, the sense that you can look at a broken machine and see something valuable instead of something worthless, is really what this entire project is about. It is bigger than one compressor. It is bigger than one air tool sitting in your garage. It is a mindset. It is the difference between a person who throws things away out of habit and a person who pauses, thinks, and asks a simple question before anything hits the trash. Could this still be useful? Could this old broken thing still have one more job left in it? Once you start asking that question regularly, you start seeing your entire garage differently. That dead lawnmower is not just scrap metal anymore. That broken refrigerator is not just something to haul off to the dump. Every single one of these items has parts inside it that were built strong, built to last, built to handle stress, and most of them are still perfectly capable of doing something useful long after the original appliance has died. Think back to where we started this video. A small metal cylinder sitting inside a broken air conditioner, something almost everyone treats as garbage without a second thought. By now, you understand that this little part is actually one of the toughest, most capable components in your entire garage. It spent its life dealing with pressure and stress that most machines never experience, and that toughness does not disappear just because the rest of the AC unit stopped working. With a little bit of careful wiring, a pressure switch, and maybe a small tank, that same part becomes a tool you will reach for constantly. Filling tires, running air tools, clearing dust and debris, handling small jobs around the house that used to mean a trip to the store or a search for a hand pump, all of that, powered by something you were about to throw away for free. And I think that is really the lesson worth sitting with here. We live in a world that trains us to replace things quickly. Something breaks, we throw it out, we buy a new one. And we rarely stop to ask what is actually broken versus what still works perfectly fine. This project flips that entire pattern on its head. It takes something the world has already labeled as trash and proves, with real hands-on effort, that the label was wrong. The compressor was never garbage. It was simply misunderstood, sitting there waiting for someone to see its actual potential instead of its assumed expiration date. This is exactly the kind of thinking that saves real money over time, not through some complicated financial trick, but through something much simpler. Looking twice before throwing something away. Asking what a part can still do before assuming it is useless. Learning just enough about how things work to make smarter decisions with what you already own. That is a skill that pays off far beyond this one project. Once you understand how a compressor works, you start noticing similar opportunities everywhere. Old motors, old pumps, old electrical components sitting in appliances that failed for one small reason while the rest of the machine remains perfectly functional. The world is full of these hidden opportunities, and most people walk right past them every single day without noticing. I also want to be honest with you about something before we wrap up. Projects like this are not about being reckless or rushing into something you do not fully understand. They are about taking the time to learn, doing the work carefully, and respecting the fact that electricity and pressure both deserve caution. The reward for that patience is a tool that lasts, one that you built with your own hands, one that will still be sitting in your garage doing its job years from now while cheaper store-bought alternatives have already broken down and ended up in the trash themselves. There is something deeply satisfying about that kind of durability, about building something once and having it actually last. So here is what I want you to take away from this video. The next time something in your house breaks, do not immediately assume it belongs in the trash. Pause for a moment. Think about what is actually inside it. Think about what that part was originally built to handle and whether that toughness might still be useful somewhere else, in some other form, for some other job. That simple shift in thinking is exactly how projects like this one come to life. And it is exactly how so many clever, resourceful people end up building tools and solutions that most people never even consider possible. Now I want to hear from you directly, because this channel only works when this becomes a real conversation instead of me just talking into a camera. Have you ever pulled apart an old appliance and found a part that still worked perfectly fine? Have you ever built something out of a piece of equipment everyone else assumed was garbage? I want you to scroll down right now and tell me about it in the comments. I read every single comment on this channel. And some of the best video ideas I have ever had came directly from stories you shared down there. So do not just watch this video and move on. Take 30 seconds, share your own story, or even just tell me if this is a project you are planning to try yourself. That small action means more than you might realize, because it helps this channel keep growing, and it helps me keep making videos exactly like this one. And if this video opened your eyes even a little bit to how much hidden value is sitting in the things you already own, do me a favor and share it with someone. Send it to a friend who is always tossing things out too quickly. Send it to a family member who just replaced an old AC unit and might still have that compressor sitting in their garage right now. Every single share helps this video reach someone who genuinely needs to see it. Someone who is about to throw away something valuable simply because nobody ever showed them what it could become. That is exactly what this channel is built for. taking things most people overlook and showing you the real practical value hiding inside them. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, that tells me you're exactly the kind of person this channel was built for. Someone who wants to understand how things actually work, someone who values practical knowledge over flashy nonsense, someone who would rather build something smart than throw money away on something new. So subscribe if you have not already, hit that notification bell so you never miss the next video, drop a comment and share your own story, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. I will see you in the next one, where we're going to look at another everyday item most people throw away without a second thought and show you exactly what it can become in the right hands.